Hey, what is up, everybody? Metal Biker Dude coming at you here. Listen, man. I always get these questions, about, favorite bands of mine and, music that I like and listen to. And I know that some of the patrons over there, especially, like it when I share stuff with them once in a while. And this is going to be one of those moments, and there's a good reason why. I kind of started getting into this with you guys the other day, and then I realized when I went to edit the video, I got off track for the reason why I was telling you about it in the first place. So I'm talking about a band called Damien. Now, Damien consisted of Randy Van, which at the time his name was Randy Michelson. Over the years, especially over the past 10 years, he and I had gotten pretty close. I knew him back then too, but he'll be the first to admit to you he was a different person back then. He lead singers tend to be different people, so I'll just say that. But he was never an asshole to me or anything like that, but I never really hung tight with him at all anyway. But the guitar player, Chuck Stoll, actually taught me how to play guitar. And now I had played guitar for probably 4 or 5 years before I ever started taking lessons from Chuck. Chuck is an unbelievable guitar player. He is a horrible teacher. We used to laugh about it. It was like this on-running joke that we used to call it, instead of a lesson with Chuck Stoll, we would call it the Chuck Stoll Hour. Because what he would do is he'd sit there and he'd play all these crazy scales, Dorians and Aeolians and Mixolydians and all these crazy different scales, and he'd play for 10 minutes. He'd say, "Now play that." And here I'm still learning my pentatonic minor scale, so anyway, but he's such a good dude, an absolute sweetheart of a human being. And then that brings us to the drummer, Johnny Capoletti. Now, Johnny Capoletti and he and I were really good friends too, and still are. Johnny's son, J.P. Capoletti, is the drummer for Machine Gun Kelly. And I was telling you guys about this stuff in a video last week, and that's where it stopped. Well, the reason I was telling you that is because Damien, minus the lead singer, Randy Van, they have a different singer who replaced Randy when Randy left the band in 1991, I'd say, 92, somewhere in there. But anyway, his name is Troy. But anyway, they are on tour with Machine Gun Kelly. So that was the whole reason for telling you that. But they're overseas, or they're going to be soon, something to that effect. And they're going to be opening up for MGK overseas. So pretty cool stuff. Now, back to Randy, the lead singer. This guy's got his hands in everything, man. I maybe I shouldn't say. He's very busy, and he's possibly working on some TV stuff, and now he's also with a band now called Haunted North, who is under contract with Sony Records. I've actually worked with Randy, and he and I did a song before, and I've played it for you guys before. If I don't have it up, just hit me up and I'll put it there. It was just me playing acoustic guitar, Randy singing, but the original song where that came from was a song that was about Lane Staley. Lane Staley was the lead singer for Alice in Chains, as you guys are probably well aware. Well, Randy lives in area called Puget Sound, and it's by Seattle, but it's like on one of the islands. And so he got close with Lane Staley's mom. He just lives a few doors down from her. And she came to him and asked Randy if he would write a song for Lane, and he did. And that's the song that we ended up performing. And it was a lot of fun. Actually, believe it or not, I think I did the guitar in one take. So it came out really well. And Randy just, when it comes to vocals, I'm very serious with you. I'm not talking about people that I know. I'm talking about anybody. Randy can hang tight with any of them, even to this day. You know, he's vocally, he is absolutely phenomenal. Great range, great tone, just a great sounding lead singer. You know, he's everything that you want in a lead singer. So anyway, so I'm going to share a video with you. Now, this was done, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, I'd say. And it was basically, they just kind of all got back together and decided to do an album. Now, obviously, 20-some years had passed. But this is a song that they came out with, and they did a video for it, and they did it in Toledo, Ohio, which is where they're all from. And so I thought I'd share it. It's an actual video, and so that's why I decided to pick this one to share with you guys. And it's called I'm Alive. So let's do this. Let me get my shit together here. All right. That is the man that taught me how to play guitar. Johnny Capoletti. Hey, just real quick, you guys. J.P. Capoletti. Johnny never likes hearing this, but J.P. Capoletti is a better drummer than his dad, and his dad is fucking amazing. So if you've never seen Machine Gun Kelly, a lot of times you'll see JP just going off, man. He's sick, man. Okay, I'm going to stop this right here because I want you guys to check out this screen, man. It's vintage Randy. It's just amazing that he can still pull this off in this day. I'm not going to give his age, but he's not as young as he used to be. Okay. So yeah, just, and by the way, I forgot to mention Kevin Kikas, the bass player. He's older than me, but we went to the same high school, so that was really cool. And matter of fact, Chuck and Kevin were both they grew up not far from where I grew up at, so pretty cool. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys, give you a little background, a little history on Dirty, and some of my musical influences, and that's really kind of where it all began for me. You know, once I started learning how to really truly understand the guitar, and Chuck was very influential in that. That's kind of where things took off for me. So I wouldn't be doing what I do these days if it weren't for those moments in time, you know. So I'm very appreciative of all of that, and I wanted to share it with you guys. All right, motherfucker, dude, peace.